welcome to Spotlight in Bensenville. My name is Frank DeSimone, Village President, and your host for this episode. Today we'll be discussing the 2020 census with Evan K. Summers, Village Manager, and Kelsey Faywell, Associate Planner. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Kelsey, what is the census?
So the census is a count which happens every 10 years of every person residing in the United States and its territories.
So why should we care about the census? How does it affect Bensenville's residents?
It's everything from the village to schools to the libraries to clinics to hospitals. It's the pathway for federal funding.
What will the census ask and what won't be asked?
So it's pretty straightforward. The questions are simple. It shouldn't take you a long time. They'll ask about whether you are renting or owning the home in which you're living. They'll ask about your age. They will ask about your sex. And they will also ask about all the other people who are living in your home and their date of births and their sexes as well.
I've got a follow-up question to that, Kelsey. I know there's some news about the citizenship question. Will the census be asking if you are a U.S. citizen?
No, the census will not be asking that. It will also not be asking for your social security number, your bank or credit card information. It won't ask for any money or donations, and it won't ask you about any political parties.
So how can people respond?
So this census is the first time that people are able to respond online, not only just by phone or by mail. Okay. So residents will receive a little postcard in the mail with a specific ID and barcode for their address, and they will be able to use that information, and it also will inform them of the methods they can take to respond to the census.
Who is required to respond?
Everyone is legally required, everyone residing in the United States and its territories, to respond.
When will people be asked to respond?
So beginning in about mid-March, residents will receive that postcard I just mentioned in the mail, and then they will also, in the next 2 weeks, receive a reminder. And they will get that regardless of if they've already responded or not. The census has that geared up, ready to go since about 2 months ago.
So exactly what will they receive in the mail? Just a postcard?
Yeah, it'll just be a little postcard. Some households will receive a paper questionnaire. That's just at random. The census hasn't really released where and who that's going to. But they'll get that little postcard, and then the reminder will also be a postcard. If in April you haven't responded yet, you will be receiving a letter and a paper questionnaire. And then at the end of April, if you still haven't responded, you'll also get an additional postcard.
Where can residents find out more information?
So you can find out more information by going on to 2020census.gov.
You have a few more minutes for us? We have to take a quick break.
Perfectly fine.
Evan?
Absolutely.
Okay?
Can't wait.
We'll be right back after a short commercial break with more Spotlight in Bensenville.
What is the 2020 census? The census counts everyone living in the country. And it records everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform important funding decisions that affect your community. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
El censo cuenta a todos los que vivimos en este país, incluyendo aquellos que no pensarías que también cuentan. ¿Una persona en el hospital? Sí, cuenta. ¿Los García y los Álvarez que comparten la misma casa? Sí, todos cuentan. ¿El primo Luis que está viviendo en el garaje de Pedro? También cuenta. El censo cuenta a todos para que a todos nos vaya mejor.
Gdy mój dziadek zamieszkał w Ameryce, zrozumiał, że spis oznacza nowe możliwości. Wiedział, że jego celem jest policzenie wszystkich, by na tej podstawie rozdzielać fundusze na rzeczy takie jak edukacja czy służba zdrowia. Rzeczy, które są dla nas ważne. Dzięki niemu zawsze liczono całą naszą rodzinę.
Dowiedz się więcej na 2020 census.gov.
The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is conveniently located in the Redmond Recreational Complex in Bensenville. The Water's Edge is home of Fenton High School and Wahoo swim teams, featuring an indoor 8-lane lap pool and diving well. The Aquatic Center is available for private functions and parties. Learn to swim, stay in shape, or enjoy recreational swimming year-round at the Water's Edge Aquatic Center.
The Bensenville Community Library, serving a community of readers. Whether you're old or young, a lover of words, music, or computers, the library has something for you. Check out our new Kindles, toddler jams, story and movie nights, or a variety of other activities offered. For more information, call us at 630-766-4642 or check out our schedule on the web at benlib.org. The Bensenville Community Library, celebrating 50 years of library service. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening around town. Whether on your phone, desktop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website is your go-to community resource, so you'll stay connected at home, in the office, or on the go. Join us on social media. Visit the Bensenville homepage and click on the Facebook icon. This will take you to the Bensenville Facebook fan page. Once there, click the like button and add us to your newsfeed. To follow us on Twitter, visit the Bensenville homepage and click on the Twitter icon. This will take you to the Bensenville Twitter page. Once there, click the follow button and add us to your Twitter feed and receive regular community updates. For email and cell phone notifications, click on the Notify Me button. This will take you to the Notify Me dashboard. Add your email address and/or cell phone number at the top of the page. Then select which service you would like to receive updates from. Click on the envelope icon for email alerts and on the phone icon for phone alerts. You can choose one, the other, or both. Tune into our public access cable shows and board meetings. Choose a current program from the Multimedia tab down on the homepage. Bensenville Community Television is also web streamed 24 hours a day. To pay your Bensenville utility bill online, just click on the Online Payments button, then follow the instructions provided on our secure payment site. If you have any problems, concerns, or questions to tell the Village, please visit the Report a Concern Center. Through the YourGov application, you can explain your issue and track its progress from submission to completion. Issues submitted through YourGov are forwarded directly to the responsible department. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening around town. On your phone, desktop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website is your go-to community resource, so you'll stay connected wherever you are.
Hello and welcome to Spotlight in Bensenville. My name is Frank DeSimone, Village President and your host for this episode. Today we'll be discussing the 2020 census with Evan K. Summers, Village Manager, and Kelsey Faywell, Associate Planner. Welcome back. In our first segment, you said that the residents will be getting a postcard in the mail where they can go online to go out and take the survey. What happens if those residents don't have a computer?
So as I mentioned earlier, you do have the option of filling it out by phone or by requesting a paper questionnaire in the mail. However, the Village is working with the library and school district to provide computers that residents can use to access the census questionnaire.
And a bunch of questions on the questionnaire. What happens if questions are skipped?
So if you skip a couple questions, the questions that you did answer, the census will use that to produce statistics. However, a census rep will follow up with you. They'll come to your door and they'll also call you. So, and then if you do refill out that questionnaire to cover the question that you skipped, it's asked that you also respond to all the other questions. Just submit a new form entirely.
Like everything else out there, everybody worries about safety, online safety, my information. Are these responses safe?
So your responses are 100% confidential. They're protected by federal law. They cannot be released until after 70 years that you responded. Also, census workers are sworn under oath. They cannot release your information to anyone. It can't be accessed by courts. It can't be accessed by any other federal entities, FBI, ICE, CIA, DHS. And also the online, when you go online to fill out the census, that's 100% secure. The census, the federal government has actually put more money into making sure that website is secure than they have in regards to any other census efforts.
Will census workers be going door to door?
They will. So if you don't respond to the census or if you skip a question, they will follow up a total of 3 times in person. They'll also be calling you. And then if you still haven't filled it out by the end of that, then they will resort to using a proxy, and that could be a neighbor, your landlord, a family member. And then if by then they haven't contacted anyone, they'll resort to estimating using federal forms that are available.
Kelsey, I got a question for you. How will we be able to identify a census worker versus someone who's not a census worker?
Yes. So they will be wearing ID badges. They will also have a census bag, census t-shirt. And they also have an ID that you can ask for, and there will be a number that you can call to give the badge number and ensure that this is an actual real census worker.
I was on a webinar where they said that the census workers are actually being tracked electronically. So if you call that number, the Census Bureau will be able to tell you, yes, there is someone standing in your driveway or at the end of your driveway or in front of your front door. So the census workers are actually being tracked very heavily, which I think is very cool.
Can residents work for the census?
Yes, and it's highly encouraged. Not only is it great, but it's also a way, it's better for us if someone from the community is knocking on people's doors. That way, people behind the doors can trust them and can communicate easily with them.
What are the benefits?
So you're getting paid upwards of $18 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, you also get paid for any training you do, and if you do any driving while you're working, they reimburse you for that as well.
What type of positions are being offered?
So the bulk of the petitions that are offered are going to be the field enumerators, so the people who go door to door and follow up with you. However, they do offer office and supervisor positions at the local offices they'll be opening up. So you got some options.
Full-time, part-time, both?
So it's very flexible. If you're a stay-at-home parent and you have some time in the morning, you can do that. Or if you work in the day and you have some time at night, you can also work then. They keep it really open to people. If you're working a supervisor position, they might want you to work in the office during the day.
Now, Mayor, I know when you and I have been talking to some of our seniors, a lot of the active seniors have shown some interest in this, which is very exciting. I mean, it's some new income they can have, gets them out in the community, stays active. So we encourage some of our active seniors, if you're interested, to get involved.
Where can I find out more information about the census?
So you can find out more information on the census, what to expect next, how to respond, and how the data will be used at 2020census.gov.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks,
Thank
Mayor.
you for taking out the time.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week for more Spotlight in Bensenville. Good night.